I was standing over there a second ago. Now I'm standing over here. I figure if I just keep moving, you'll never see my face. I mean, really see it. Because you can't see a face unless you stare forever. And even then, it disappears. A stubble in the chin, a gleam or sparkle in the eye. I stared for hours once in my room at a mirror on the wall. And my ugly face just stared right back at me. I wonder if it has a point, you know. Staring at a mirror. Can't see the world around me, but when I stare into a mirror, I feel like Nostradamus. Read between the lines. I've got bags under my eyes. I've got wrinkles on my forehead. The world seems different from tomorrow. It was better yesterday. I've never swallowed from the gut before, but my throat just wouldn't close. I hope you like my play.
The fact that I am unhappy is not the point at all. The fact that I can't stand myself. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't like this room.
Go to sleep outside.
I want to sleep in here! I still don't like this room.
It's not too cold outside.
It's 28 degrees.
It's not too cold outside.
I want to sleep in here.
Blankets on the floor.
Mom,
What?
you still love me, right?
Get some rest. You've got a lot of work to do.
The fact that I am unhappy is not the point at all. Fucking hate this room.
After every tribulation, the body needs a rest. After every turmoil and turbulent event, the body needs a break. But that break is where the danger lies. When the brain begins to dream and the body shatters open like a fissure in the stream of consciousness, when the face begins to melt like molten lava, the face begins to fade. I feel the nightmares eating at me, feasting like worms inside a grave. I feel the maggots crawling forward, creeping from my psyche, crawling from my sleepy dreams and festering inside me. The hurried feet of insects scurry just to rest betwixt my id and my superego. My ego bridles in its cortex like a bull inside a ring. "Toro!" cries the fighter as he waves his scarlet rag before my eyes. My body is an anvil and my horns are razor blades. I feel the rage within me rising up. I snort the way an engine does before it starts to turn and stamp my ebon hoof upon the ground. The sun is burning hotly through my fur unto my flesh, and the dust is rising slowly like the ghost of yesterday. Whoosh. The muleta of the fighter flaps away like nightingales, revealing the gilded metal of his Spanish rapier, glistening like fire in the brilliant morning sun. He holds it raised above his head like a bolt of lightning from the gods. I thrust my body forward as if leaping from the cliff, his rod of death upon me in an instant.
Your father. He sent me in to see how you were doing.
The fact that I'm unhappy is not the point at all. No one understands me. No one knows the damage of an underrated mind.
Sometimes a dream is not a dream if it feels like the truth.
I want to drive an anvil through the center of the world.
My body is an anvil and my horns are razor blades.
I am not an animal. I just want to be left alone.
I feel the rage within me rising up. I snort the way an engine does before it starts to turn, and stamp my ebon hoof upon the ground. The sun is burning hotly through my fur unto my flesh. And the dust is rising slowly like the ghost of yesterday.
Haven't seen you in ages.
The fighter brings his sword upon me like a silver bullet through the sky, the silver metal gleaming like the scythe of death before me. And I feel like I don't mind. I feel like all I yearn for is the sharp, unyielding blade upon me, through me, on me. And my horns return to glue and my body turns to dust. For every dream there is a danger. For every do there is a must. I want to sleep outside. I want to run. I want to run amok.
I slept inside the relaxation home. I felt like I was opened up, like my insides were exposed. I was cut up like a flower, like a frog in science class. There was no alone in there. There was no alone. Sometimes I dream that I'm alone. Sometimes I dream that I'm a woman with the body of a pop star and the world encircling around me, staring in me, wanting just to touch me and to know what I'm about. I am not a homosexual. I am not even a transcendentalist, or whatever it is they call it. My dreams are not irrelevant, but they're not exactly fitting either. It's not in me to explain to you why I'm here or why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. Sometimes I see you in my bedroom. The entire mob of you staring at me like, bedroom. I fucking hate this room! Anyway, I see you staring at me like some grand illusion, a spectacle of sorts. They tell me I'm psychotic, that I have paranoid delusions, but I think I'm just unhappy.
Mind you, the fact that I'm unhappy is not the point at all.
That's my inner monologue. He sort of tells me what to do. Sometimes he gets so bad he just bosses me around. Sometimes he doesn't say a word. Over here is my conscience.
Hello, William.
I don't listen to her much. I get my values from my mom, hence the striking similarities.
Did you brush your teeth before you went to bed?
Oh no, I've got a thing for gingivitis. It makes me feel so good.
Oh. And you didn't kill anyone today?
No, ma'am, I certainly did not.
Oh, what a little angel.
She is really proud of me. Just like my dear old mom. That was sarcasm. You're all free to laugh. My mom doesn't give a shit for me. She treats me like I'm a dog, well, I guess she's justified. I mean, I guess she has a point. I mean, I spent the last 2 years inside of... Well, anyway, my father's not really well. He's not feeling very well. He was injured on the job. He was working on the job, and he fell and hit his head. He was working in an office, and he fell and hit his head on the edge of someone's desk. Blacked out and everything. He had 2 concussions and damage to his vertebra, all from tripping in an office over someone's stupid stapler that they dropped on the floor. And my father's not too brilliant. And he tripped, or slipped, or something, and gave damage to his spine, so he doesn't move much anymore. Thank God for workman's compensation. Oh, he got it all, of course. The whole... They hauled him in a stretcher. From the office, down the steps. They took him in a stretcher, out of the building. He solved genetic code. He worked in an office, and he solved genetic code. He solved genetic... And then he's taken out by a stapler, so... He doesn't move much anymore. My mother, she waits on him now. Hand and foot, hand. Foot? Like she's a monkey wrench or something. Like she's an object now. A tool. She treats me like she doesn't give a shit. And I am a little crazy. I mean, I have a God complex. I feel like I am Dionysus. No, I feel like I'm a minotaur, with the body of a man, but the head of a... I feel like I'm a bull. They put me in a home for a couple of years, a home for the insane. They let me out today. I hope you like my play.
William, it's 6 a.m. It's time to wake up now. William! William, wake up. You've got a lot of work to do.
I could put a horn inside her belly.
William, you've got chores to do.
It's okay. I'm up.
You've got chores to do. He said we should keep you busy. You've got chores to do.
It's okay. I'm up.
But the doctor said... You want some breakfast?
Coffee, if you have it.
Come down when you're ready.
I hate this fucking room. Home of the forgotten junk, spiders on the walls.
William! Don't go back to sleep now.
It's okay! I'm up!
Okay, just don't go back to sleep now.
6 a.m. They woke us up at 6 a.m. every day inside the prison. Inside the jail. Inside the relaxation home. Every day they woke us up and they made us take a shower. And they made us do our thing. And they wouldn't let us shave, you know? They wouldn't let us. They thought we would cut ourselves. Thought we would slice into our wrists. They thought we'd had to do it for us. I bought this for myself yesterday. On the way home from the hospital, San Quentin, Attica. I bought myself a razor so I could be myself again. I'm gonna take a shower. I'll be back.
Sometimes a shower feels like rain. When you wash away the loathing like erosion of the dirt, and the warmness and the wetness of the water make you feel like you don't hurt for just a moment. Maybe you're a clean one, and maybe soul is not just music or a pad beneath your feet, but something real that makes you feel like your existence has a point. Of course, once the rain stops is when the insects start to crawl.
Whew, okay, I'm back. Feel refreshed. Ready to go out and do some chores. I guess. I wonder what they are. What? You're not going to watch me change, are you?
Oh, William is such a good boy. He's really well behaved, even though he does get into trouble at time to time, but it's not really his fault. He's under a lot of pressure from his school and from his home. And he is a bit psychotic after all. I mean, talking to himself and all that. Talking to a crowd who isn't there. Okay. He's really well behaved considering. He tried to kill himself once, 2 years ago. He tried to take some pills. And, well, you know how that is. It isn't very nice. They make you pump your stomach out and you throw up everything. It isn't very nice. Oh. And he almost killed his family once, but that was... He was very young. He was very young.
William, are you gonna rake the leaves?
Yes.
William, are you gonna rake the leaves?
Uh-huh.
William, are you gonna rake the leaves, William?
Yes! I am going to rake the leaves!
Okay. Can you do the gutters too?
Fine.
I do it myself, you know, but I can't move my neck.
It's fine, I'll do the gutters too.
William, I don't like the ladder anymore. Ever since, you know, I don't like the heights.
It's fine. I'll do the gutters too.
I do it myself, you know, but I can't move my neck.
Ah.
Are you going to do the leaves today? The doctor said...
I need to get some air, I know.
I wish you wouldn't drink so much coffee. Coffee isn't that... It's bad for you.
No, Mother. Coffee is a stimulant. I suffer from depression.
Well...
Believe me, coffee is the best thing in the world for me.
I wish you wouldn't drink so much. We really can't afford it.
Sometimes raking leaves is like a funeral procession, clearing out the dead before you walk. Leaves have veins, you know. Only they can't slice them open like a man. They can't bleed themselves to death. They can only wait and shrivel up and die.
Doctor said, I need to get some exercise. He said, fresh air would do you good. Said, I shouldn't be confined. They let me out for good behavior. They said, my health was fine. I crushed something today. I think it was a roach. It was underneath the shed. I was getting out some lumber, and it jumped right out at me. I nearly pissed myself, I swear to God. Crushed that fucker like a grape. They say you shouldn't step on roaches, though. The females carry eggs around with them everywhere they go, and if you crush them, the eggs rub off on whatever it is you crushed them with, and they follow you around. They hatch wherever they damn well please. I think I will wipe this off in my mother's room.
Oh, you know, William is such a funny boy. He tried to kill his family once. They were asleep, and he set fire to his bedroom. Oh, he was dancing to the music as the place burned down around him, and his family escaped with just his father hadn't saved him. I've never forgiven myself for that.
She is lying! I've forgiven myself a long time ago for that.
With the lights off and with the music on, I danced beneath the flames, naked as an infant, dancing like an Indian with war paint on my chest.
William swallowed an entire bag of pills once. The little ones. I was so proud of him. He ate them all up like a good boy.
I swallowed all the hatred I was feeling at that time.
He swallowed like an angel.
I swallowed all the smoke until my lungs began to die.
You were so happy once.
I gobbled up the cinders like an acid-covered pastry until my lips were like the atmosphere, deserted, black, polluted, dry. I never swallowed from the gut before, but my throat just wouldn't close.
What happened to you, William?
When the lights were out, and with the music up, I danced beneath the flames, naked as an infant. I danced like an Indian with war paint on my chest. I danced beneath the shadows of an angel and a demon, making love like Kama Sutra as the gates of hell burst open.
I can't bear it anymore.
The metal beams fell towards me as the walls turned to dust.
I thought the end was near, but the beams turned into rust. My father saved me. The beam fell on his neck. I never meant to hurt him, though. I meant to kill that bitch. But nothing ever works out the way it should. Nothing ever works out the way it should.
William! William, are you gonna rake the leaves today? William?
You didn't take your pill today. Doctor said...
I need to take my pills. I know.
They'll lock you up again. They let you out on condition that you take your pills. William! Are you listening to me?
Toro, cries the fighter, as he waves his scarlet rag before my eyes.
They'll lock you up again.
My body is an anvil, and my horns are razor blades. I feel the rage within me rising up.
William.
I snort the way an engine does before it starts to turn, and stamp my ebon hoof upon the ground. The sun is burning hotly through my fur unto my flesh, and the dust is rising slowly like the ghost of yesterday. The muleta of the fighter flaps away like nightingales, revealing the gilded metal of his Spanish rapier, glistening like fire in the brilliant morning sun.
William, don't do this now. Come on.
He holds it raised above his head like a bolt of lightning from the gods.
William!
I thrust my body forward as if leaping from a cliff. His rod of death upon me in an instant is...
William! Did you rake the leaves today?
Yes, I rake the leaves today.
William! William, did you rake the leaves today?
Yes, I rake the leaves today.
William! William, did you rake...
Yes! I rake the fucking leaves today!
Okay. Did you do the gutters too?
I didn't do the gutters, Dad.
Insanity. A thin line exists between insanity and truth. When the synapses in your brain don't snap the way they should. When your brain reacts to stimuli like sharks react with food with no control. A recent scientific study shows that a thin line is not a thin line at all, but rather a little orange pill with the letter P on it, which you take with lots of water and an awful lot of food, or else you get a stomachache.
Good afternoon, young man.
Good.
Do you remember who I am?
Uh-huh.
And do you remember what I said? William? Do you know why I'm here?
I don't like the pills. They hurt my stomach.
Well, we can give you an injection. We can give you an injection, and it won't hurt a bit. Just be a little prick.
William took some pills another time too, you know. A long time ago. They didn't hurt his stomach much. In fact, they felt kind of good.
You know, the police are here. They're waiting in the kitchen. Did you see the car outside? Did you see the car outside?
No.
Well, the police are here. They're waiting in the kitchen. Did you attack your mother?
No.
Your mother says you did.
I was cleaning out the gutters.
What?
I was cleaning out the gutters
With a knife?
with a garden spade.
Oh. Well, she says you attacked her with it.
I think she's paranoid.
Can you blame her? I mean, after what you did. After what you put her through.
I did not attack her. I was cleaning out the gutters with the spade. She startled me. I spun around and scared her, and that was all. She's...
On the ladder.
What?
Was it on the ladder that this happened?
No, I was getting a drink.
Downstairs.
Down what?
Downstairs. You were getting a drink downstairs.
No, I was taking a break.
You know, it's hard to clean the gutters from downstairs.
All right, I was taking a break.
From gutters.
Right, from gutters.
Downstairs.
That's right, downstairs.
But She said it happened in this room. In here. In the attic. She said it happened in this room. Well, did it happen in this room?
Toro, cries the fighter as he waves his scarlet rag before my...
No! No, sir, I remember what had happened. I was taking a break, and then I realized I forgot my gloves, so I came up here to get them, and that's when she surprised me.
By going through your things. She was going through your things when you arrived.
Correct.
And then she found your pills.
Yes.
Inside a teddy bear. So it was you who startled her.
She was going through my things.
And that's why you attacked her.
I think she's paranoid. She was going through my things, and I think that made her scared. So when she assumed that she just got scared. She thought I was...
What? She thought that you might hurt her? That you might dismember her like a crusty teddy bear? Oh, William, we've talked about this before. We discussed this in my office, in my refuge. Oh, you were sitting in my chair, and I gave you special privileges, my friend. No one gets to sit in the doctor's chair but me. And yet, I offered it to you. Now, why is that?
Because I'm in charge of my own destiny.
Destiny! Yes, that's right. You and you alone control your healing. I'm not the doctor now. You are. And you promised to behave. You swore on your mother's life that... Well, I can certainly see the irony in that now. This is not how we keep our noses clean. You were let out on good behavior. And this is inappropriate. Do you think we're not prepared to take you back, my friend? Do you think we don't have room for you? You signed a document, young man. You promised. We can take you back there if we have to. We have room for you, William. The police are here. I asked them to escort me. They're in the other room right now talking to your father. I brought them here for you. My body is an anvil, and my horns are razor.
I thought they were in the kitchen.
What?
I feel the rage within me.
You said they were in the kitchen. The police were in the kitchen?
It's a small house. They could have gone from here to there.
Snort the way an engine does before it starts to turn.
Hell of a guy, your dad.
And
I didn't know he solved genetic code. Shame about his neck, though, poor bastard. I had a friend once in med school who solved genetic code. He's dead now, of course. He had a neoplastic tumor in the center of his brain. 11 years of training flushed down the drain. What a waste of genius. Brushed away by DNA. He had a wife and kids. A boy about your age. He tried to take his life. He held a blade against his wrist. Right after his father died. And all because his body had one puny tumor. Now, your dad, he could have been a genius in an instant. Someone had burned it all to hell. You have to take your tablets, William, or else we'll give you an injection. You're nothing but a cancer, William. A metastatic tumor on your family's cerebellum. They could have been a normal family. They could have been the Waltons. But they got the spawn of Lucifer instead. There's only one sure way to remove a cancer, William. Radiation's only partially effective. There now. Take a look off. Get some rest. You'll feel better in the morning.
holy shit, I'm wasted.
He'll be all right. Just let him get some sleep.
I just don't know.
Trust me, he'll be fine.
No, I just don't know.
But he's better off. His way.
You now, my husband.
But ma'am, it's for the best.
The food.
Yes.
William, are you all right? It's after 9 already. Your father has some chores for you to do. The doctor said we have to keep you busy.
Keep me busy. I know.
Do you... eggs for breakfast?
An omelet. Please. With mushrooms. And a biscuit on the side with gravy. Maybe. If you have it. Do you have coffee? I need coffee. Great. I love you, Mom.
I was standing over there a second ago. Now I'm standing over here. I was on the precipice. The world was an avalanche waiting to collapse. But now I see faces like I've never seen before. A waterfall. A man beneath the crashing waves, with fingertips for eyes. I'll never look the same. I'll never be the same. I can only sleep until the beauty fades away. I stared for hours once inside my room at the mirror on the wall. And my ugly face just stared right back. My ugly face just stared right back at me.